It looks like Season 5 comes with a free Battle Pass in 10 days time upon release, and despite all of the teasers we've already seen, we have even more, including in-game ones to do with weird things happening shaping the cinematic trailer going forward. Don't forget, when picking up the Battle Pass or anything from the item shop, it would mean the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug if you could enter code FM1 inside there. Literally one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter, and I spent $100 on this cutout literally just to get Charlie to sit in front of it was actually harder. Last video I wanted to know the name of this, so here's a bunch of hearted comments on screen right now that got that right. Today, however, I want to know the name of this, so let me know down below in the comments, and if you get it right, it could be shown hearted on screen in the next video, so make sure you subscribe with all notifications turned on so you get to that video as soon as it's uploaded. Diving straight into it all, of course, considering Michael Myers is now released in the item shop, again, make sure you're using code FM1, another cheeky plug, I know. Epic Games actually sent me this earlier as I'm a part of their cosmetic program, so thank you for that, Epic Games. Considering this was the final skin out of the two, Jack Skellington and Michael Myers himself, to release that everybody was looking forward to until the end of this season, which, believe it or not, Fortnitemares is actually going to be on until, you know, November 3rd instead of like last year, November 1st, as it's literally, of course, on the Battle Pass a few days after November starts, this season's ending November 3rd. Before we hop into that free Battle Pass though, for next season being the shortest season we've ever seen in Fortnite history, considering there is just over a week left, we have a lot of things to cover that you guys can't miss before this season ends, which will be gone forever, such as Bargain Bin Week, which is now actually live. The season is ending soon. Spend your bars at weapon, upgrade benches, and receive loot and services from characters across the island at discounted rates. I don't know about you guys, but I seem to be a hoarder of gold and never spend it no matter what, whether it's mid-season, end-season, you name it, so yep, get spending. On top of, in today's hotfix, we have the Mythic Grab Bag Augment, which literally upon actually activating it gives us a random mythic weapon. And speaking of weapons overall, the Bargain Bin discounts, you know, getting more value for the gold you spend, 5,000 that you can stack total. Here are all the differences in prices for all of these weapons on screen right now, so feel free to pause the video. For those that haven't been keeping up to date with the storyline, considering it's a mess now and has been more so made since the Time Machine, or a Time Machine in general, was added into Battle Royale. Considering Fortnitemares itself in downtime, with this loading screen called Into the Sanctum not only revealed inside of the Eclipse Estate vault within itself there was another vault being this sanctum, but with the date set like the one in the trailer, which was from when Oro released in the item shop, this date matches up going back to Chapter 1. The release date of Chapter 1 Season 5 Worlds Collide, to be exact, with, of course, the props that we previously have seen from that trailer appearing on the island now at Frenzy Fields, with Agent Jones being back on the island and the NPC description of him actually kind of confirming he's realigning with Sloan to actually get this thing working. But according to data miners, upon activation of it in the cinematic trailer or even beforehand or the aftermath of it goes wrong, which then takes us back to Chapter 1 in and of itself for this 28-day period, where we're going to be cycling through all of the seasons from Chapter 1 Season 5 up to Season X for a grand total of 6 seasons within that 28-day period, or just a month period. Chapter 4, this means, is going to be the first chapter in Fortnite history to not see a storyline related live event, as we're technically in Chapter 1, although we don't know 100% confirmed from Fortnite right now if it's going to be called Chapter 4 Season 5 or just Fortnite Season 5 or Fortnite OG, as this slogan or phrase was obviously teased through the IRL teasers that were sent out to content creators with this music disc, pins, and also even these dog tags more specifically, which, from blowing up the design in a digital form that people have recreated across social media, looks like this, the OG logo on the pin also, and the statement or question is where we drop in. Despite on the back of the disc in itself it's showing the Chapter 1 Season 5 map literally matching up perfectly, as you can see from the transformation of it being applied over it thanks to Photoshop on screen. It's literally only a few days after content creators have started receiving these kind of packages that a YouTuber called The Littlest Snail, who received obviously one of these, put it in an actual vinyl record player and it plays the OG music. Let's roll the clip.
It's the OG lobby music. This is so cool. Oh my gosh.
Of course, that was just to give you guys a gist of it, but on top of that, the dog tags she's also revealed at the same time actually have their individual creator names on the back of them, with them being personalized to show, of course, clips from their, you know, highlights on social media from the OG times, from playing Fortnite for over the years. Blake's Power, who actually has an icon skin in game right now, which isn't the most popular one out of all of them. In his specific highlight video, it was the end event of Chapter 1 and his reaction of it, or basically playing through it. Why this is important is because, of course, we are seeing a live event, which isn't technically exactly in Chapter 4 but back in Chapter 1 on December 2nd, 2023 or December 3rd, called Durian in the game's file. Data miners have also confirmed we're going to be going into another black hole, so it's safe to say from cycling all the way from Chapter 1 Season 5 to Season 10 or X, the same outcome is going to be made of the Chapter 1 island getting sucked into a black hole, but hopefully by then, with all of these different kind of remix changes made going forward, we finally have it made sense to us what the scientist was on about in these particular voice recordings.
What the 7 of us are attempting is very risky. I suspect they are not the only ones watching, but it must be done or we lose the bridge forever. I speculate that no one calculated the formation of the island, that interdimensional matter collisions would resolve rather than push. Now that I witnessed it firsthand, it's obvious that pinching alone made it inevitable. When I hear this again, will it help me remember? Or once looped, will I be just as muted as the others? No matter, it seems the lengthy precautions worked. The theorem was a success. You arrived outside the loop at the exact moment of expansion. This effectively paused the singularity, giving us time to create the devices needed to synchronize the junction. What I didn't factor was that the only way to trigger the device was from within the loop itself. Thus this hasty and primitive recording, and why now I find myself looped. Activate the beacon at precisely the moment this timer reaches nothing. The 0 point must be contained once more. If they are correct, it will be the end.
Donald Mustard, for those that don't know, did confirm that these were in fact said by the scientist in tweet, of course, after these were actually issued around the island to collect in videotape form that we could then pick up and a new voice line actually play. And despite the talk of us not seeing a live event since Fracture, if you can call Fracture one, as it was literally a minigame with cinematics, in just about a year, of course, making Chapter 4 from going back to Chapter 1 the first ever live eventless chapter. One thing Fortnite Chapter 4 has got right in and of itself is the ability to integrate these mini battle passes, since introduced initially for Chapter 3 Season 3 in the Dragon Ball Z event. Chapter 4 Season 1 of course introduced Most Wanted, Chapter 4 Season 2 was Find the Force the Star Wars collaboration, Chapter 4 Season 3 was Break the Curse for the Jujutsu Kaisen collab, and considering we don't have any more updates this season and Fortnitemares or Halloween would have been a perfect limited time battle pass, we're not going to be seeing one in these final 10 days. Needless to say, considering next season is literally the shortest season ever, only a month long, it looks like we're going to be getting a free battle pass, of course, in this format, remix full of rewards from all of the times in Chapter 1, as also shown through the pins, and maybe we even see 8 outfits like we do for a normal battle pass every season, full of 100 levels. Here are 8 skins that I picked off the Fortnite surveys, remixed from original ones in Chapter 1 anyways, that would obviously make sense to reappear within this battle pass itself, which I guess you can call limited time. And don't forget, these limited time battle passes themselves have a free and paid version ever since the Find the Force one was introduced, making this innovation, which means if we do see this system for a battle pass for the 28-day period, 50% of it is 100% free without having to upgrade to earn all the other rewards for 1000 V-Bucks. If it is the normal 100 levels battle pass system now, minus the superstars for getting to level 200, as I don't think this is entirely possible realistically for the average player, out of all the rewards between level 1 and 100 on all 14 pages that we actually receive, there are a total, I believe, of around 33 rewards, all of which are on screen right now. These are only obtainable again until November 3rd, alongside all of your quest rewards, which people sleep on after getting to level 200 without completing these, as well as Ahsoka Tano, the Star Wars collab that won't ever be returning, and all the rewards attached to her. With us also having only 6 days left of this month when I'm recording too, that also means it's literally your last chance to get Shimmer Dusk, which is a very important character in our transition back to the Chapter 1 island. Of course, Kado Thorne has had his time machine stolen but remains at Eclipse Estate in here in his Revenant vampire form as a mythic boss, for whatever reason not chasing down NPC Jones, which was in the game but got vaulted today. I'm guessing this isn't permanently, however, to actually get his time machine back that he operated and initially brought into the Fortnite universe of Chapter 4's island. It's been revealed, however, in the Fortnitemares quest that Shimmer Dusk actually, eliminates him for good, fully vaulting him out of the storyline forever. And when going up to her as an NPC, Shimmer Dusk on the island wearing Revenant Kado Thorne, which only seems to be said in his vampire form, as she is a vampire hunter according to her description as an NPC. She basically kind of calls him out saying, you think you're untouchable basically, and that she is going to get him, which inevitably revealed through this Fortnite Fortnitemares quest does that we also have to assist her in to gain the XP. Although many people are thinking the likes of the Renegade Raider and even Aerial Assault Trooper will return within this limited time battle pass to get everybody to play, I doubt this is the case, as the season shop was literally before any season of Fortnite, where they actually then introduced the battle pass system, and to be honest I don't see them re-releasing old battle pass skins, as once they do that it's opened a can of worms for the future, also upsetting a lot of players who actually grinded during this time to then have this kind of cosmetic incentive on their account to flex to other players. So whatever way the battle pass system works in chapter 4 season 5 or version 27.00 in the files, whether it even allows us to pick one of the prior battle passes out of all of which you're seeing on screen right now to actually go through, get all the rewards for one final time before again it goes into the vault, seemingly never returning ever. One thing is for sure about an OG skin returning in a remix form next month, that being the November crew pack called Evolved Hybrid. Hybrid, for those that don't know, was the result of these eggs hatching, initially found at Polar Peak, then removed to the volcano thanks to the likes of the prisoner raising this from the earthquake cracks in the ground, and these are all of the selectable styles that will come along with the November crew pack, but no other rewards are revealed as of now, other than knowing we're going to get 1,000 V-Bucks like we do every month once the crew pack rotates and the billing information is issued. And as we go back in time to match the times of what we initially played, considering Fortnite has innovated since Unreal Engine 3 as we're in Unreal Engine 5 now, here are screenshots of what those graphics will look like on the Chapter 1 island. However, despite all of these that you're seeing me scroll through or rotate on screen, so feel free to pause the video on literally any of them, it seems although the graphics are going to be updated, we're going to be reverting back in terms of capability of moving around the island. As Hypex stated, Fortnite has set tactical sprinting and climbing to be disabled in Season 5 and return in Chapter 5. Most likely for Chapter 1's return, or they simply could be testing how it would feel overall going forward into Chapter 5 and beyond, although many people thought this would, disable or vault for an entire 28-day or month period zero build, which got introduced in Chapter 3 Season 2, being a very popular playlist, and some structures on the Chapter 1 island could only be navigated thanks to the likes of builds. It seems zero build is staying in Season 5, and here's why. As you can see from Hypex, Fortnite has placed zip lines on the Season 5 Chapter 1 map for zero build only to be playable on that map. Zip lines were initially introduced in Chapter 1 Season 7, so this isn't too much of a stretch, but a small change that obviously makes it different to the initial times or launch of Chapter 1 Season 5 after the blast-off first ever live event. Coming from Hypex and other data miners too, speaking of live events, we may see mini versions of the ones that already occurred during Chapter 1, as I doubt they can have literally all the live events from Season 5 onwards to Season X and the Jury and live events. During this period anyways, from the time machine break and going back to Chapter 1, we'll cycle through Chapter 1 seasons for a month with constant map changes and OG weapons and loot pool until the black hole, and then we go into Chapter 5 after that. Agent Jones has obviously made his way back onto this reality, despite seeing him last at the end of the Collision live event, fist bumping the Foundation that then didn't get consumed by Chrome, hopefully, like the other members of the Seven, apart from Paradigm in the Chapter 3 Season 4 trailer, and him being re-added toward the end of this season for the next stage of course, the Time Machine now not being at Frenzy Fields, as data miners have discovered. It's literally going to be activated, disappearing alongside all the initial Chapter 1 Season 5 props, despite the Chapter 1 Season 5 teasers still being on the billboards of Mega City, like the one for Drift here, and also even the OG sky that we kind of see in the background of the IRL where we drop in teasers. Jones is set to have some more dialogue for different characters. Apparently, when talking to Dahlia, he says, looks like all your machinations fell apart. When talking to Nolan Chance and Antonia, he says, slick work on that heist, Sloan knows how to pick her. On top of that, considering Peely is the saviour of all, literally confirmed by Collision, where, yeah, he literally let us win this battle, he says to our 6-foot beloved Banana, see you on the other side of all of this, buddy. Drop a like if you want the Renegade Raider, however, to return for Season 5, however unlikely it may be, and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on right now so you don't miss any future leaks or uploads. Make sure now or the next time you log on, enter code FM1 inside the Fortnite item shop for picking up any of the Halloween skins or even the Battle Pass come next season. In terms of other videos or where you go to now though, click either of these YouTube's recommended you whilst you wait for the very next one I do publish on the channel.